do on a daily basis. The talent show is one of my most favorite activities. It's probably been a tradition for years and years, and it's a wonderful tradition that we hope to have for many years to come. Our teachers and students have worked very hard preparing for this night, and I'd like to thank all of them for all their hard work. The show is fantastic. I know you're going to enjoy it. And a special thanks to Mrs. Wigstrom and Kids for Kids' Sake and everyone who helped to put the show together. I do have a special presentation tonight. We have a very special lady who's leaving our school. Miss Melanie is with the YMCA. Many of you know her. Friday is her last day, and we wanted to present some flowers. Miss Melanie, are you here today? And we have developed a really nice relationship. Quit crying, Melanie. And we're really going to miss you, and we thank you for your years of service and thank you for our students. Thank you. Yeah. And I would like to thank everybody for supporting me at YMCA and sticking by my side. I have built a lot of relationships in the past 4 years that can be really hard to let go. Not only with the kids, but the families, and I just really appreciate everyone sticking by me. Working through the hard times and the good times. Thank you. And now I'd like to turn our wonderful talent show over to Rebecca and Jaimie. Welcome.
Welcome to the Kids for Kids' Sake Talent Show. Kids for Kids' Sake is a club for students who care about their world.
Like you, Jaimie.
And you, Rebecca.
We have both been members of this club since we were in the first grade, and now here we are hosting our very last talent show. Please know that there are no violent acts in this program.
It's all just pure fun and wonderful entertainment. The money that is donated tonight from the ticket sales, flowers and snacks will go to help the game cast, a home for mothers and children who have been abused and need a safe place to stay.
Miss Anita Marks-Banks is in the back of the auditorium here from the Haven House. Please stand to be made everybody where you are. She has information and questions you might have, and answers to questions you might have on this service to our community.
We will start our program with a rousing performance of Yankee Doodle Boy, patriotically performed by Jasmine Pemberton and accompanied by her mother Sheila Kinnean on clarinet.
part of the show?
I love all the acts. It takes a lot of intentional fortitude to get up and perform in front of all these people.
Intestinal fortitude?
Guts.
Oh, it sure does take a lot of intestinal fortitude to get up and do this next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the gutsy staff and teachers of SHS.
morning, Jacob. Want to stand up first? How are you? So, can you tell us about the instrument you're playing? What's it called? And where's it from?
Bible.
Uh-huh. Can you show it to us? Well, it's really neat. A lot of strings. How many strings are there?
30.
30. And what are you going to play for us today?
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Oh, okay, that's good.
I can't believe he's in the first grade. Great job. Ordering the courtroom. The Amanda Show starring Morgan Berger, Amanda Roman, Traya Benakuma, Daniel Rosecker, Dave Steele, Sam Albert, Tommy Daly, Taylor Thornton, Stephanie Rocco, Scotty Daly, Thomas Roman, and Abby Daly is now in session.
Hi, I'm Amanda, and this is the Amanda Show. We will be doing Judge Judy's work today, but first, does anybody have any questions for Mom, Amanda? So what are your thoughts on the theory of relative mean relations matter? If they're relatives, I guess it matters. Next question. Where's the bathroom? It's over there. Does anybody else have to go? Okay then, on with the show.
Where's my gavel?
This is the case of Lillian versus Miss Dale. Lillian says Miss Dale gives too much homework, too many detentions. That's a wrap. I hope you all enjoyed the show. Now please. Will you make me a half a sandwich? No, please. Will you make me a combo sandwich? Maybe, please. Really? No, please.
You've got to love them.
I know, finally.
Hey, do you remember the 60s?
Although I was born till 1994. But now that you mention it, my mom does get a funny look on her face when you bring up that bygone era.
Then she's really going to love this next act. Here's Emma Moscardini and Jessica Gorman, accompanied by Chris Patterson, the Manatee Man, performing Blowing in the Wind.
I saw a guy.
How many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? How many seas must the white dove sail before she
Please welcome William Kozak, Selene McDonald, Ridwan Bari, Samantha Masanto, Christine Sesta, and Farrell Thomas, performing If You're Happy and You Know It.
her names?
No! We need some girl power, so the cheetah girls are back.
Here, Aaron Blood, Alyssa Murray, Adam Acker, and Mary Jones. Show us what girl power really is.
There's something new at SATS this year. Our very own flag corps, coached by Mrs. Duncan.
Tonight, we're very lucky to witness the premier performance here at Grand Ole Opry. Here's Olivia Lake, Emily Pate, Andrea Rush, Amanda Waskow, Shay Sevier, Chelsea McLean, Christina Tay, Kaylee Parker, Devin Lively, Alexis Devner, Tina Spear, and Riley McDonald.
Yeah. Well, I'll try to make you a copy if you want. Can you make me a copy? Sure. I'll try. You help remind me if I forget, all right? And I'll be glad to, so I don't forget. Yeah.
job, ladies. Way to go.
Good turnout tonight, huh?
Here is Zara and Mari perform a traditional Indian dance entitled Kismet.
The dance is about a girl expressing her emotions for Princess.
That was beautiful. We are so lucky that Dan shared part of our culture with us.
You want to see the cutest thing ever?
Of course.
Not you.
I knew that.
Here's Maddie Donkey, Lena Morel, being smart and touchy.
Take it away, girl. You make me happy with skies of red. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You are my sunshine, my sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You were right. They are the cutest things ever. Wait till you see this next act. It's pretty high on the cute factor.
Here's Miss Time, second grade class, with the guest star, Miss Mickey, singing Do Re Mi.
Just a quick announcement, there's a car in the parking lot, E69 and C5, your lights are on.
Jessica, you should not say that. Why not? Don't you think it's ugly? Someone tell us what's the ugliest. Hi, I'm Kurt. I'm incorrigible.
Congratulations.
What's incorrigible?
I think that means you want to be treated like a boy.
I'm going to be. I'm Martha. I would like to be Kurt.
Well, pink's my favorite color too. You're Gretel and you're 5 years old. And that means you're practically a young lady. Now I have to tell you a secret. I've never been a governess before.
You mean you don't know anything about being a governess?
Nothing. I need lots of advice.
Well, the best way to start is to tell Father to mind his own business.
You must never come to dinner on time. And never eat your soup with. And during dessert, always blow your nose. Don't you believe they were things in for like Maria?
Why not?
Because I like you.
Hi, Maria.
Yes.
Can we do this every day?
Don't you think you'll get tired of it?
I suppose so every other day. I've never had such a fun since.
Six foot one brother just needs toothbrush.
I can't understand how children like you can manage to do tricks on people.
Oh, it's easy.
But why do it? Oh, I see. Well, we'll have to think about that. Okay, everyone, over here. Let's see if we can learn some song for the Countess.
But we don't know any songs. Where do we start?
Let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. When you read, you begin with A, B, C. When you sing, you begin with Do, Re, Mi. Do, Re, Mi. The first three notes just happen to be Do, Re, Mi. Do, Re, Mi. Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Si. Now let me see. Do, a deer, a female deer. Re, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself. Far, a long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. La, a note to follow. So, tea, I drink with jam and bread. That will bring us back to do, oh, oh, oh.
Amazing grace, how sweet the
Now, for your listening pleasure, here's Jonathan Patrick Casera. Outstanding. Great job, guys. Think about how much practice they have to do. So what? I think I'm going to do for mom.
I guess sometimes you feel nothing, sometimes you feel like a puppy.
I feel both.
Well, you're lucky because I do have a dog. It's called the Bunny Bus. All aboard the Bunny Bus, they are hairs and do not bark. You will find the right ideal. There's a hair behind the wheel. Passengers can keep your seats as they speed along the street. When you're going anywhere, grab a chance to get seated. Up next is Jack and Hal performing an original tune accompanied by her father, Jaimie.
So what's Jacqueline doing?
She's doing Waterfall Out.
they do.
Just watch. Here's the cake cream.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm proud to present Sonny and Cher.
very moving, and it's just a blessing to be here with you and to be with these wonderful children and to watch the shining love in their eyes and the excitement and the good that come from them that has been you're giving them. We have so many people here that have made this night a success. I'm just sort of almost in the background with all the help we have. Mrs. Gorman and Miss Rowe have been indispensable.
Yeah!
Mr. Ray is the music and plays all that, and it's an incredible accomplishment. Mr. Collega did all the programs and the printing, and that's another wonderful guy. He's been behind here doing the curtains. Mrs. Berger has worked her heart out with her group. Mrs. Benakuma, Mrs. Blood, and Mrs. Shepherd, and the flowers and the refreshments in the back. All the teachers, all of you parents who have been such a wonderful support. This is really yours, and I want to thank you all for being here, and we're just grateful to be here too. Here's our final act.
That's good enough for a first down.
How about that?
A big connection from Brooks to Horn. And how many times have these two done that? 21 yards right there.
Are you kidding me? 3rd and 17 against this Tampa Bay defense. It's a 3-man rush. A lot of black shirts sitting in there. Aaron Brooks stands in the pocket and delivers a strike. Excellent protection, excellent finish down the field, and a huge, huge 3rd down pickup. Aaron Brooks, Joe Horn, and this New Orleans Saints offense.
First down and 10 from their own 45. Trailing by 6. And on first down, they're going to keep it on the ground. And finding a little bit of room in there, and then finding quite a bit of room is Deuce McAllister. Stacked up at the line, but just kept those legs going. Finally picks up 8. Jeff Gooch makes the stop. That'll bring up 2nd down and 2.
If the Saints come back and win this ball game, that 3rd and 17 will really be the difference. But back to the formula. Deuce off the left side this time. Everybody's running the ball on Tampa Bay, but they're not quite as stout. You can't be everything. You can't be big, strong guys and also running from sideline to sideline. I like the attack by Mike McCarthy and the Saints. Just keep hammering Deuce in the middle of that line of scrimmage.
Saints now into Buccaneer territory. 2nd down and 2. Again, it's McAllister. Gets down to the 45, has a first down, falls forward to the 42. Gain of 4, but they'll move the chains again.
Again, this has been the formula. 3 out of the last 4 times these teams have played, the Saints have won the game. And, you know, Jim Haslett told us that 2 years ago, everybody in the league called him as the Bucs were making the playoff run. How do you beat these guys? What's the formula? And he told them, you got to hammer them. You got to hammer this defense. They're fast, they're athletic, but they're not stout. And that's what we're seeing from the Saints on offense today.
First down and 10 now from the 43. That's Horn in motion. Deep back is McAllister. Play action fake. Brooks looking out there for Boo Williams. It's going to be picked off by Brian Kelly. Kelly back to the 25. Tackled there. But a big, big play by the Buccaneer defense. Something they hadn't been getting before today. But several times this afternoon, we've seen it.
Those are those plays. Those are the plays that we saw 2 years ago when this team was on their run to the Super Bowl. This time it's Brian Kelly stepping underneath Boo Williams. 20-14 Tampa.
Ford Explorer. It's the first midsize SUV with an available safety canopy system. It has the best pick endorsement from the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. And it has a wealth of technology that delivers not only safety, but confidence with outstanding on and off-road capability. Ford Explorer. The best-selling and most trusted SUV in America. Ford Explorer.
Hey, honey, what are you doing here?
Gio called.
Who's watching the kids?
They're at my mom's.
Everyone could use more Fridays, so try our new Jack Daniel's hand-cut flat iron steak and the new Jack Daniel's burger, only at Fridays.
Sunday, November 7th, this billionaire is going to take 12 ambitious Ivy League hotshots and torture them.
You're stupid? Really? I think I could kill you.
Embarrass them.
You have your own marketing firm? Who cares?
And humiliate them.
Run for your lives.
No! The paper jam! There's a paper jam! All in the pursuit of a dream job.
Welcome to my world. If this is part of his world, this is where I need to be.
That doesn't exist.
Get the hell out of my office. Get the hell out of my office. Knock, knock. Who's it? Get the hell out of my office.
Meet my big, fat, obnoxious boss.
Hey, how about we, jacuzzi?
It's time to stick it to the smart guys. Sunday, November 7th on Fox.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Ford. The next Ford Super Duty. Tougher, stronger, smarter. By TGI Fridays. Check out the new Jack Daniel's Flat Iron Steak from TGI Fridays. By AT&T Wireless. Experience GSM America. It's our best network ever. And by Hertz. It's your trip, rent wisely.
So after the Brian Kelly interception, the Buccaneers have it back, holding on to that 6-point lead with 11:29 to go in the fourth quarter. Brian Greasy, play action fake, gets it to Mike Allstott, incomplete. Well, let's go back and take a look at that interception because it was a huge play for the Bucs.
Dan, Boo Williams has been a big part of this passing game. He's going to run down the field, start to the corner, and go back to the post. They go play action. Aaron Brooks a little late with the throw and a little short with the throw. Brian Kelly coming back up underneath and making a big play for Tampa Bay. And these are the kind of plays that a couple years ago we were so used to this Buck defense making. The big turnovers that swing the game. Another big play by their defense.
2nd down and 10. After the shift, it's Pittman, the deep back behind Greasy. Greasy, play action, in the pocket, throws, got it to Pittman. Pittman across the 30, out to the 33-yard line. Won't quite have enough for the first down. Gain of 6, it'll bring up 3rd down and 4. Orlando Ruff, the middle linebacker, starting today for Courtney Watson, makes the stop.
I've been impressed by Brian Greasy's pocket presence. A lot of Saints defensive lineman around him there, steps up inside and finds his 3rd receiver. The check down to Pittman, and again, gets them in a manageable 3rd down situation. A lot easier to make 3rd and 4 than it is 3rd and 10.
Now they're making some noise at the Superdome. They have been quiet for much of the day. Saints trailing by 6, but the home crowd's trying to rally them. Greasy, 3rd down and 4, gonna pass, pocket, throws, got it complete to Clayton, and that's enough for the first down. They keep going back to the rookie, and he keeps answering the call.
He sure does, and he's not playing like a rookie, and we talked about it before. You know, people often say this guy's a football player, and you're sort of being nice to a guy because he might not have the size that you want or the speed that you want. Michael Clayton is a football player, and he's got everything else. He runs well, he's big, he's competitive, and that's what makes a superstar. If you got all the ability and you're also a football player, you're a guy that everybody around the league talks about.
1st round pick out of LSU, and on 1st down, it's Pittman. Gets up to the 40-yard line, gain of 2. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8. Remember, last time Michael Clayton was on this football field, he won a national championship with LSU. He's from Louisiana. He's trying to make this once again a successful homecoming because these Tampa Bay Buccaneers come into this game winless.
Well, he got 75 tickets for the game. He came into our production meeting yesterday, and our producer, Greg Scopatoni, said, hey, I got 4 more. And he said, yeah, I'll take them. So now we got 79 guys in Clayton's crew.
Well, there they are right there. 2nd down and 8 for the Bucs. Greasy's going to call timeout. Saw something he didn't like. He'll go to the sidelines and talk it over with John Gruden. Bucs up by 6 with the football.
Visa, proud sponsor of the NFL, presents defensive lineman Brenson Buckner, who gets ready for the game with his Visa card and a lot of lip balm. In a remarkable pregame ritual, Brenson kisses his cleats once for every beloved member of his family. His son, Brandon. His mother, Thelma. His wife, Denise. Not his father-in-law, Thomas. He's a Browns fan. He's got his Visa. He's got his lip balm. He's ready.
I got a lot of names.
Visa, get ready for the game.
Hello? If you haven't switched to GSM America from AT&T Wireless, you don't know what you're missing.
Gotta go.
Because now our best network ever is even better with more coverage in more places.
Poor guy.
Right now, buy 1 Motorola color phone for $39.99 and get a second one free.
Glad you called, Dad.
Me too. Nice fish.
GSM America from AT&T Wireless. How many bars do you have?
Trailers don't have anti-lock brakes, crumple zones, or airbags. That's why we designed the new Ford Super Duty with the only integrated trailer brake controller, part of our exclusive tow command system. Because what good is towing a 19,200-pound trailer if you can't control it? This is the next Ford Super Duty, built Ford tough.
You'll never think of Thursdays the same way again when the OC premieres on its new night.
I own this town. Sure you do. You bought it.
Don't miss a second of television's biggest phenomenon, the OC season premiere, Thursday, November 4th on Fox.
Well, the Saints looking for a little help in New Orleans, trailing by 6 here in the 4th quarter. That may not be exactly what they have in mind, but nonetheless, if you're down, you'll take it any way you can get it. 2nd down and 8 for Brian Greasy and the Bucs, trying to keep their drive alive. Flag on the play. And it looks like once again that's going to go against Tampa Bay, and it will.
Offense number 89, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
False start on tight end Will Heller. That'll back them up even further. They'll now be looking at a second down and 13.
That's Will's second false start penalty of the day, and I like what Brian Griese's doing. He knows the Saints defensive line wants to come after him, use the hard count. But again, when you have a different quarterback in there, you're playing with a different group of guys. Sometimes you got to think about risk and reward. And boy, you hate to be in second and 13.
10 penalties for 55 yards today against the Buccaneers. Makes things a little tougher on Brian Griese. He's back in the pocket, throwing it complete to Pittman, out across the 40. Gain of 5, and that's going to bring up third down and about 9.
Look who's around that play. Orlando Ruff makes the tackle, but there he is one more time. Charles Grant is getting himself involved, running all over the football field, making plays for this Saints defense.
Take another look right here. Griese getting it out to Pittman, and there's Grant.
A lot of black shirts around the football.
8:45 to go in the game. Tampa Bay trying to keep the drive alive and hang out of the football. Third down and 8. And it looks like Griese's going to have to take another timeout. So they've spent 2 timeouts on this drive. They have 1 remaining in the game, but they are up by 6. More when we come back.
I don't get it. It's a rock.
Oh, it may look like a rock. Check it out. There's a secret compartment for hiding your valuables. What's up?
I thought we had some Bud Lights in here.
Guess we're out.
Where's my pizza?
Fresh, smooth, real Bud Light. It's all here.
At Think Smalley Rent-A-Car, we have a special service just for small businesses. Petey. Petey will help you find your car faster. No sense of direction? Let Petey point the way. We'd love to offer you more, but who do you think we are, Hertz?
Hertz offers small businesses #1 Club Gold, never lost, and over 1,000 suburban locations. It's your trip. Rent wisely. And with Sirius Satellite Radio, you can get commercial-free music and sports, including the entire NFL.
And I want to say this, that all of the display and all of the noise and all of the glamour and all of the color and all of the excitement, these are the things that really linger only in the memory. But the spirit, the will to excel, the will to win, these are the things that endure.
You can't script October. The Dodgers stayed alive. Now the Cards look to close the book. Game 4 tonight on Fox.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Bud Light. Fresh, smooth, real. It's all here.
Back at the Superdome, Tampa Bay leading New Orleans by a score of 20-14. Brian Griese spent a timeout a moment ago. They're looking at a third down and 8. Saints need the football back. Griese with 3 receivers in the game. Back, looking left, throws. Ball is knocked away, and it's a free ball. Picked up by Will Smith, who's taken down. Hang on just a second. Looks like Griese might have gotten it back. Smith had a chance at it, but couldn't come up with a handle. Charles Grant was able to get in there and separate Griese from the football. Smith had a chance at it. Might have been that old deal where coaches tell you don't try and pick it up and run with it. Get down on it.
Take a look at Kenyatta Walker here playing right tackle. And one more time, Charles Grant, that guy we've been talking about all day long. The speed rush outside. Will Smith around the quarterback as well. The sack fumble's a dangerous play in this game.
Bidwell gets the punt away. Lewis is going to take it at the 28, taken down at the 31, and that's where the Saints will take over. Torrey Cox making the special teams tackle, but New Orleans has it back, trailing in this game by 6. Got a great day planned for you here on Fox. I've already told you about our doubleheader coming up next, and tonight, much more. We've got baseball, Cardinals, Dodgers, Game 4 of their NLDS Series, 7:30 Eastern Time, 4:30 Pacific. How about the game by Jose Lima last night? keeping the Dodgers alive after the Cardinals had won 2 in a row and had a chance to close it out.
Jose Lima last night, Charles Grant today here in New Orleans. This guy has been all over the place. Great against the run, more pressure again on Tampa Bay quarterbacks. You got to stay out of those 3rd and 8 situations.
First down and 10 for the Saints. 13 times in Aaron Brooks' career, he has led his team from behind for a victory in the 4th quarter. Aaron Stecker, the former Buck, with a hole to the left side, down into Tampa Bay territory and taken out at the 46. 23 yards on the play.
A little bit like thunder and lightning. This Tampa Bay defense is sick and tired of seeing Deuce McAllister. This time it's going to be Aaron Stecker off the left-hand side. A good kick-out block by the tight end, and here comes Aaron Stecker. Something to prove. Anytime you play your old team, you want to show them that you can still play. The Tampa Bay team has a lot of respect for Stecker. It's easy to see why.
Well, 2 weeks ago, the Bucs faced Warren Sapp. Last week, John Lynch. Today, Aaron Stecker. He may not have the stature of the first 2 guys, but he picked up 23 right there. First down and 10 for the 46. That's Stecker again. Met behind the line of scrimmage, carries forward, picks up 1, maybe 2. It's going to be 2nd down and long. Rondé Barber making the tackle.
Rondé Barber coming off the edge right there. These guys do it all in that Tampa Bay secondary. But Aaron Stecker's a great story. A guy who's been waiting for his opportunity. You know, as a college player, Ron Dane comes to Wisconsin. When he's waiting for his opportunity, he transfers to Western Illinois, waiting for his opportunity down in Tampa. He got a chance a couple weeks ago when Deuce McAllister got hurt, had over 100 yards against the Rams, and now Deuce is back in the ball game.
6:45 to go here. 2nd down and 9. The give this time to McAllister, who's back in. Sidesteps a tackler at the 45, gets down to the 41-yard line. Gain of 4. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 5. Well, what got us to this point? A very big play by the Tampa Bay defense. Spires forces the fumble. Rondé Barber picks it up and takes it back for the score.
And the mantra that we heard yesterday from all the Tampa Bay guys is, let's just keep hustling. Those plays will come. Play the defense, keep hustling. A lot of white shirts are around the football all the time, and nobody's better at picking up the fumble and running it back than that guy right there, Rondé Barber.
Well, the play clock is wound all the way down to 0. Mike Carey's got something to say about that. We've had a couple problems, it seems, with the play clock today. Once it was reset incorrectly, and the Saints were able to get a timeout back because of that. Now Mike Carey has come over to talk with Jim Haslett.
The play clock did not reset the 40 seconds. We'll adjust it, and New Orleans will not be charged with a team timeout.
Because Aaron Brooks had looked up and seen that the play clock was winding down and was going to be forced to use a timeout there. So we've got that straightened out. Saints still have the football. 3rd down and 5. Big play for them. 6:10 to go. They trail by 6. They need to find the end zone. Take a look at the 3rd down conversions. The Saints came into this game last in the NFL, converting 25% of their opportunities. Today a little bit better, 33%, 3 out of 9.
They've run the ball better on early downs, and they've been in some more manageable 3rd down situations. A manageable one here, 3rd and 5.
Horn in motion, Brooks from the shotgun. Pocket holds, he's got Horn inside the 35, down to the 32, 1st down. Brian Kelly in coverage for Tampa, but he can't prevent the Saints from picking up 10 and another 1st down.
Joe Horn loves running those slant routes. He starts Brian Kelly to the outside, then works back in on the slant. And Aaron Brooks throws a strike in there, a huge pickup. Protection is good up front by this Saints offensive line. Aaron's got a lot of space to throw. He delivers a strike. It's a big pickup for New Orleans.
Brooks today 11 out of 22 for 106 yards and a pair of touchdowns. Also an interception. Got to take care of the football here. That's McAllister. Met at the line, taken down, gain of 1. Ian Gold makes the stop. It'll be 2nd and 9.
It's interesting. A lot of the successful plays that we've seen by Tampa Bay against this New Orleans running game are coming from the edges. We saw Rondé Barber a couple plays ago. This time it's Ian Gold. They're almost meeting Deuce in the backfield before he gets to the line of scrimmage. The Saints offensive line, I think, is hammering this defensive line a little bit, but those fast guys off the edges are disrupting the running game.
Deuce McAllister over 100 yards rushing today. 21 carries, 103 yards. 2nd down and 9, just outside the 30. McAllister the deep back, play action fake. Brooks keeps it. Tampa Bay sniffs it out. Brooks has nowhere to go. He'll gain a couple, but it's going to bring up 3rd down and long. Nice play in there. Rondé Barber stayed home. Dwight Smith stayed home. Both guys doing a good job of tracking down Aaron Brooks.
I like the call, and I love the athleticism of Aaron Brooks. You're out there by yourself with Rondé Barber. Potentially a disastrous play. He pump fakes it, gets himself to the outside, and again, a lot more manageable situation. 3rd and 8, a lot easier than 3rd and 12 or 13.
Aaron Stecker checks in. Deuce McAllister comes out. Both receivers to the right side, the top of your screen. Stallworth to Joe Horn. Brooks from the shotgun. Pocket holds, looks, wants the end zone, and Stallworth incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down now, and a decision for Jim Haslett. He's decided he's going to kick a field goal. He'll bring John Carney on.
Again, I think it's the right decision to make this game 20-17. It's only a field goal game. Watch Stallworth work in the slot. Aaron Brooks climbs the pocket. He tries to fit the ball down the middle between the two safeties, just a little bit too far. And here comes John Carney.
It will be a 47-yard field goal attempt for John Carney. Spot down, the kick is up for Carney, on its way. And it is good, just like that. 3 more points for New Orleans, and we got a 3-point game here at the Superdome. 3:43 to go. John Gruden and the Bucs looking for their first victory of the year.
So just when I'm thinking, isn't there a car out there I could get excited about? Wham! There's this car with all this stuff. Then as I'm thinking, now here's a car I could see myself in. Wham! There's this other car with all this stuff. Then just as I'm thinking, how could this possibly get any sweeter?
The Mazda 3 and Mazda 3 5-door. The wait is over. Now arriving daily. Rethink what's possible.
On the clock at the United Way draft is, we're just getting word of a trade.
A high-ranking camper at the camping club has just confirmed they have traded up into this slot.
We select Marshall Falk.
There has to be a bunch of happy campers in St. Louis with this pick. Falk's got a rare ability to lead, which you definitely need out there in the woods.
That way. Looks like Falk is ready to report for camp. Get involved in your community. It's what matters.
Hello, sick people. In the interest of saving time and avoiding a lot of useless chit-chat later, I'm Dr. Gregory House.
I was expecting you in my office 20 minutes ago.
Well, that's odd, because I had no intention of being in your office 20 minutes ago. $50? You want to bet on the patient's health? You think that's bad luck? We had 6 symptoms that didn't add up to anything. Now we got 7. Who's excited?
This fall, if there is a cure, he will find it.
If these two have different reactions, we'll know how to save the rest.
When there's no hope, he's the answer.
You're risking a patient's life.
From the director of X-Men and the Usual Suspects.
Should I discontinue the treatment, boss?
You got lucky.
Cool, huh?
House premieres Tuesday, November 16th on Fox.
John Gruden and Tampa Bay come into this one 0-4, looking for their first victory. Their lead is down to 3 here at the Superdome. John Carney set to kick it off for the Saints. Torrey Cox back deep for the Buccaneers. Carney sends it on its way. It's going to be Cox. Back at the 4-yard line. Back to the 10, cuts left at the 15. Keeps his feet, still going at the 25, out to the 30. What a return by Cox out to the 40, 44-yard line, and that's where Tampa Bay will take over. James Allen finally making the stop on special teams, but that was some terrific running out there by Torrey Cox.
And this is huge. I mean, field position's important any time in the game, but when you're under 4 minutes to go, and 3 points separate the two teams. Torrey Cox making a big play for Tampa Bay. Get themselves out past the 40-yard line. Even if this drive doesn't work out, you punt it. You force the Saints to go the long field. A huge play by Torrey Cox and his Bucs special teams.
Getting it done there. Bucs lost their regular kick returner, Frank Murphy, to a torn Achilles tendon last week. Michael Pittman, left side, flag down, gets into New Orleans territory at the 49. But hang on for a second. Saints are saying, come on back.
Holding offense number 78. 10-yard penalty, it means first down.
You know, the Bucs have been in so many close games this year, except for the Raider blowout out there in Oakland. You know, all the scores have been close. They've all come down to a field goal or a touchdown late, those types of things. You look at the record right there, 0-7 in games decided by 4 fewer points since the start of last season. They haven't been able to win the close games, and that's one of the reasons right there. They're making mistakes and errors down the stretch. They're not being like Mariano Rivera. They're not closing things out when they need to, and that's what they need to do today.
11 penalties against the Buccaneers so far this afternoon. The last one has them looking at a first down and 20. Charles Lee in motion behind Brian Greasy. Greasy sets in the pocket, throws, got it complete out to the 45-yard line to Ken Dilger. Gain of 11, it'll bring up second down and 9. So they got half that yardage back, which is a big key for Tampa Bay.
Dan, I can't tell you how impressed I am with Brian Greasy. Saints do a good job taking away his first receiver, steps up and finds Dilger in the middle of the field, getting 11 back.
Looks like we have a timeout down on the field. Timeout down on the field. Now, they signaled that that was a timeout taken by Tampa Bay. Okay, timeout is taken by New Orleans. They are down to 2 to go. So they'll stop the clock with 3 minutes, 18 seconds to go. Tampa Bay looking at a second down and 9.
And that's what you have to do in that situation. If you're the Bucs offense, you obviously can't try to get it all back. It's 1st and 20. You throw the football, if you can get half of it back on first down. 2nd and 9 is very manageable. Look for them to get Michael Pittman back involved here on 2nd and 9.
So here come the Bucs. The Saints looking for a stop. Lead the football back, trailing by 3. New Orleans has 2 timeouts remaining. Greasy on 2nd and 9. Play action, looks, throws, got Pittman at midfield. Taken down right there. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4. Orlando Rupp, the middle linebacker, makes the stop.
Nice job by New Orleans rallying to the cause right there. Brian, again, finding his check down in Michael Pittman.
And once again, the Saints will stop the clock. 3:12 to go now. They only have 1 timeout remaining. So this becomes a very big play for both sides coming up. 3rd down, 5 to go. Bucs trying to keep the drive alive and kill that clock. Saints trying to get the football back.
That's a big decision for New Orleans here in terms of personnel. Tampa Bay uses a lot of what we call regular personnel in 3rd down situations. So the Saints have to decide, hey, do I bring an extra DB in? Do I keep our linebackers in? Extra corner in the ball game. It looks like they're going with their nickel personnel, taking one of their linebackers out and adding the extra defensive back. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some sort of a run here by Tampa Bay.
Well, you saw Brian Greasy's numbers since he has come in for Chris Sims. Everybody cheering at the Superdome. Greasy trying to draw him off sides, not going to do it. He'll take a timeout. He was trying to draw the Saints off sides on 3rd and 5, not going to work. He'll go over and talk to John Gruden about this one, as the Buccaneers have a chance to regroup.
I think more than anything else, John Gruden was just trying to trick the Saints defense. He wanted to see what kind of personnel they were going to use. He got out of the huddle quickly, lined up in a funny formation, gave Brian some options to audible. You saw him step away from the line of scrimmage, use some hand signals. But all the while, if they didn't get the exact look they wanted versus this Saints defense, Brian was going to call timeout. And Brian's played awfully well today. I mean, to think that he hasn't played in a long time, hasn't played since he started last year for Miami in the middle of the year, to come into a new system, not getting the reps as a starter this week coming into this ball game. He's played awfully well, and the reason is because he's a smart guy. He knows his offense inside and out intellectually. All he needed was the experience with the offense, and again, he's played very well.
Well, Stumped it over with John Gruden. He's got to play, and he's back on the field. 3rd down, 5 to go. Sellout crowd at the Superdome making some noise. The Saints looking to improve to 3-2, but on the other side, the Bucs are desperate. They've yet to win a football game this year. Pittman is behind Greasy. Gonna throw, 3rd and 5, gets it out to Pittman, and that's a 1st down inside the 40, down to the 36, and now the clock continues to tick. Cedric Hodge makes the stop for New Orleans, but the clock becomes a huge issue for the Saints in this game.
It sure does, and we talked about Michael Pittman taking some pressure off of Chris Sims. He takes some pressure off of Brian Greasy as well. I think in Brian's mind, if it wasn't a perfect look down the field, he was going to find number 32 working on the linebackers. Good protection up front, a good throw by Brian, and a good finish by Michael Pittman. Played well both in the running game and catching balls out of the backfield today.
Well, this is going to be with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go, and the Saints down to just 1 timeout. Tough on New Orleans if they don't come up with some big plays right here. Gain of 1 for Pittman. New Orleans is going to take their final timeout and stop it here. It will also stop at the 2-minute warning. So those are the only 2 times right now at the 2-minute warning when that clock is going to stop. Well, if we take you back, when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers first started playing football, they weren't very good. 0-14 their first year, 0-12 their second year, until they finally came up with a victory. And where did it happen? Well, it was at New Orleans. Head coach, of course, was John McKay. Final score in that game, Tampa Bay 33, New Orleans 14. Things are not quite as dire here at 0-4 and a 6-game losing streak, but a victory would probably feel just as big.
Yeah, and 20 games off of a Super Bowl championship for them. I got to tell you a story. My dad was a coach for the New Orleans Saints at that time. Hank Stram was the head coach, and I came to the game as a Saints fan. But by the time it was 33-14, I was up in the Buccaneers section as a little kid rooting for those Bucs, so I cheered them on even way back then.
Well, I'm sure a lot of Bucs fans remember that game because those were some tough times, very lean times at the beginning. Right now, leading by 3 with 2:22 to go. 2nd down and 9. Brian Greasy on in relief of Chris Sims. Pitch out, Pittman left side, got to stay inbounds. Tries to do that and does. The clock will continue to move, and it will go down to the 2-minute warning as he gets down to the 37-yard line. Gain of 4. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 5.
Again, give the ball to Michael Pittman, and a smart play by Pittman along those sidelines. Get what you can get, and then get yourself down. Teams work hard on these 4-minute situations. Excellent execution by Tampa Bay in that one.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Sprint PCS Picture Mail. It's easy for football fans to shoot, send, and share football moments.
You know the stock market goes up and down, right? Right. But not your wireless bill. It stays high because of ugly overages.
Tell me about it!
Well, only Sprint got rid of them. Check it out.
With the Sprint PCS Fair and Flexible plan, 100 extra minutes never cost more than $10. Other plans charge at least $40, so talk all you want, or talk less and pay less.
Saving money. Anyone interested?
Yeah! Sprint PCS. Now that's better.
So just when I'm thinking, isn't there a car out there I could get excited about? Wham! There's this car with all this stuff. Then as I'm thinking, now here's a car I could see myself in. Wham! There's this other car with all this stuff. 2 cars, the same, yet different. Kind of like those twins I met in Chicago.
The Mazda 3 and Mazda 3 5-door. Rethink what's possible.
That's it! That's it! Hit the showers! Good job, good job. 15, I need to talk to you, son. I need a run.
There's an easier way to get the gear the pros wear. Just call 877-NFL-SHOP. For a free team catalog, go to NFL Shop on NFL.com or call 877-NFL-SHOP.
2 coaches in very different positions right now. The New Orleans Saints and Jim Haslett on your right in need of a big play, a defensive stop on 3rd down and 4. John Gruden, the Buccaneers, if they can convert here, they will take a knee the rest of the way and come up with their first win of the season. Michael Pittman is the deep back. Mike Allstott is the up back. Brian Greasy on the give. It's Pittman. Cuts left at the 30. Got the first down inside the 25. Down to the 21, and that's going to do it. Barring a miracle, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will have their first victory of the year. And Michael Pittman, the man that missed the first 3 games of the season because of a suspension, and the biggest loss, I think, for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this year is the guy who comes up huge on a 3rd down play.
And Pittman means so much to this offensive football team. He brings so much toughness and quickness and everything to this running game. John Gruden awfully happy about that, and that's the situation that New Orleans got into last week. They sell out and try to make a big play in stopping the run. There's a lot of free lanes to run into. Michael Pittman found him. A big conversion by Tampa Bay.
Well, Brian Greasy will take a knee as well. The clock will continue to tick as we move down towards the 1-minute mark in this game. One more snap, and that should do it for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And give John Gruden some credit. He's kept this football team playing hard. They have been in every game. Their record will now go to 1-4. And John Gruden said to his guys, look, I want you to think of yourselves as the 3 pigs. We're living in a brick house. It's a strong house. They believe they have a good football team and they can get this thing turned around.
Yeah, and I love the approach taken by the New England Patriots when they're talking about the streak. Hey, we want to win 1 game, and that's what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had to do. I mean, coaches want to break the season up into 4 quarters. They want to say it's important doing that. Hey, enough of that stuff. They had to come in here and win 1 football game. And I'll tell you what, they played well in all 3 phases. They made the plays when they needed to make them. And now they're looking to get back into this thing. They're 1-4. And you never know what can happen. We're still in October.
Well, you saw the reaction from John Gruden a moment ago. There was a clock malfunction. They've reset it to 1:05. Now it's down to 1 minute and running, so that doesn't change anything. There'll be one more snap in this game. On the other side, for the New Orleans Saints, this is just another year in which it seems like they're on a roller coaster. They will fall to 2-3 after today's game. Once again, they're going to have to find some way to rally the troops, get everybody back together, and start playing some consistent football, something they did not do today.
And we touched on it in the open. Monty Kiffin, the coordinator for the Bucs, said you don't want to play these guys when they're frustrated and when they're down. And, I look for Jim Haslett to rally these guys. I look for the leaders on this football team to step up and get this team going in the right direction one more time.
All right, that's it. No more plays will be run in this football game. Tampa Bay's going to win it by a score of 20-17. The Bucs, as we said, improved to 1-4 on the season. On the other side, the Saints fall to 2-3 with a home loss this afternoon here at the Superdome. This is Dan Miller for Jason Garrett and Eric Clemens saying so long from New Orleans. Once again, the final score, Bucs 20 and the Saints 17. Coming up next, the second half of our Fox NFL doubleheader, where most of you will see the Panthers taking the Broncos, including those of you in the New Orleans market. For more information on the latest NFL news, log on to foxsports.com. So long, everybody.
You're watching Fox Sports, broadcasting in 720p and Dolby 5.1, the world's finest high-definition standard.
The Southwest Shortcut, the fastest way to our lowest online fares, only at southwest.com.
It's Fox NFL Sunday. 2 of the league's most explosive attacks battle in a divisional showdown. Falk and the Rams take on Hasselbeck and the Seahawks. Fox NFL Sunday doubleheader continues next in HD.
We're launching Volume 3 of our one-tank trip series with a big party at the Florida Aquarium, and you're invited. Log on to WTVT.com for ticket information.
I'm a Ford truck man. That's all I drive.
Meet the Beast, the all-new 2005 Ford Super Duty.
This is why Ford is #1.
With best-in-class payload, horsepower, and towing, it's redefining what people expect in a truck and what they expect out of their truck.
This bad boy's one tough truck, I know, because I own one.
You can own one, too. The all-new Super Duty starts at just $23,365.
Are you bad enough to drive a Super Duty?
Find out. Test drive one at your local Southern Ford dealer today.
Stem cell research has the promise of finding cures for illness, from Parkinson's to Alzheimer's to diabetes. John Kerry strongly supports stem cell research. George Bush is putting limits on it. Stem cell research could help millions of Americans whose lives have been touched by devastating illnesses. George Bush says we can wait. I say lives are at stake and it's time for leadership. That's why I support John Kerry for president.
I'm John Kerry, and I approve this message.
The clients are on their way. Fix the AC now!
We're still waiting for the wiring diagrams to download.
Now!
Okay.
Problems with slow wireless downloads? Introducing Verizon Wireless Broadband Access in the greater Tampa area. Download faster than other wireless networks with typical speeds of 300 to 500 kilobits per second. Network enabled by Lucent Technologies.
Verizon Wireless, we never stop working for you.
The Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints just underway.
Right here now.
Here in Seattle. 2nd and 3 for the Seahawks from the 43. And Seattle able to move the chains once again. Catch by the tight end, Atula Mealy for the Seattle first down.
Well, the Tampa Bay Bucks got their first win of the year. Congratulations to John Gruden. He hasn't slept much in the first month of the season. The weakness of the St. Louis Rams defense is right in the middle. The middle of their defensive line. Teams have been able to run the ball against them. That's where Seattle will attack in the running game as they come out in their 3 wide receiver set here.
Hasselbeck has completed his first 3 pass attempts. Stretch play, Alexander into Rams territory. Gain of 3 down to the 47-yard line. Forced out of bounds by Tommy Polley.
Seahawks are coming off a bye week, so a lot of them got a chance to have a couple of days off. Mike Holmgren here in Seattle has been a little nice to these guys. They had 4 days off. Sean Alexander was a guest on our pregame show last week in Los Angeles. Always in a good mood, always happy. He told us on Friday when we visited that they haven't begun to put in a lot of plays in the offense yet because they haven't had to. They haven't really been challenged. And so today I think you'll see a little bit more in the running game than what they've shown, which is basically 3 running plays so far.
2nd down and 7. Hasselbeck to the air. First down. Catch is made by Darrell Jackson at the Rams 37-yard line for a gain of 10.
Well, here's the question mark for the Seattle Seahawks game, for the whole team, is are these receivers and Darrell Jackson out here on the outside, are they good enough right now to get to the Super Bowl? Are they good enough to win big games? Because they have a long history of dropping a lot of passes. It frustrates Matt Hasselbeck. You can see how accurate and pinpoint he's been early in this game. But the receivers have dropped a lot of passes.
Jackson, the Seahawks leading receiver, that was his 20th reception this season. Hasselbeck, 4 of 4. Can't find anyone downfield. And now throws it away. Bounced in front of the intended receiver, the tight end, Jeremy Stevens.
Well, that's really the strength of Hasselbeck right there. The ability to get out of the pocket. He's a good athlete. He throws the ball well on the run. Mike Holmgren in that menu of plays right there has certain plays for him built in to move him. You know, make the defense chase, make them run after him. Pretty good athlete, though, out of the pocket.
Now remember, this a Rams defense that led the league in takeaways last season, but this year they've only forced the opposition to turn the ball over twice in 4 games. Alexander inside the 20, inside the 10, finally forced out of bounds at the 4-yard line, a 33-yard pickup, and he was finally chased down by the 14-year veteran, Aeneas Williams.
Well, he thinks he runs behind the best offensive line in football, and he ran behind the best left side here in Hutchinson and Walter Jones. And the fullback, Max Strong. All 3 players created that hole and opening for Alexander. Terrific right at the point of attack. Alexander said it's as healthy as he's been in a while as the side judge gets knocked down the hardest he's been hit so far in this game.
Side judge Rob Bernacchi, at the longest run of the season by Alexander, 33 yards. First and goal from the 4, and Alexander bottled up at the 1 after a gain of 3.
You know, Kenny, Alexander got hurt at the end of the first game against New Orleans, down in New Orleans, and had a bone bruise, and he said it was really severe. And it's been troubling him with the bye week. It's gotten healthy, and he looks fresher right now.
Alexander, a touchdown machine. He's already scored 6 in 3 games this year. In his last 24 games here at home, he has scored 32 touchdowns.
Well, the first time he ever scored a touchdown was when he was 7 years old. He ran a kickoff back for a touchdown. And he said, how do I do that more? And he said, try running back. You get to touch the ball a lot more.
Here's Alexander. His 7th touchdown this season.
Kenny, if this is a statement game for the Seattle Seahawks, that was a statement drive to start the game. That's about as well executed a drive, 10 plays, 74 yards, a little bit over 5 minutes, as you can start a game with.
So the Seahawks, who have not trailed at any point in any game this season, score on their opening drive. Josh Brown adds the extra point. Seahawks won the toss, drive 74 yards, and have taken a 7-0 lead over their division rivals, the St. Louis Rams.
Well, he's sitting next to Max Strong. Max Strong's the fullback on this play. Going to take it just a straight dive right over the right side behind Floyd Womack there, who they bring in as an extra blocker. Chris Gray, the pork chop. He ran right behind the pork chop. Womack and his fullback Strong. A couple good sounding names in there. You're talking about a tough yard, you know. Max Strong, pork chop, Womack. Those are that's kind of bodies you want to run behind.
I don't think there is a more appropriate name for a fullback in all of football than Max Strong.
No, he's been an amazing, everywhere Max Strong goes, runners just, have great seasons. Ricky Waters was here. He was the lead blocker for Terrell Davis at Georgia and Garrison Hurst at Georgia. Sean Alexander feels fortunate to have him as his fullback. And he's in his 12th year. Most fullbacks never last that long.
12 years with one team.
Yeah, that's another thing, the year of free agency.
Mike Holmgren says Max Strong is the most unselfish player he has ever been around.
Fullbacks generally have to be unselfish because they're not going to touch the ball a whole lot. They have to enjoy being the lead blocker and not getting much glory.
Josh Brown kicks it off, taken at the 10. Marlon Harris scoops it up and then is forced back. So a terrific job on special teams by the Seahawks with number 59, Tracy White, leading the way. So Mark Bulger leads the Rams offense out onto the field. He's completed 69% of his passes, third in the NFL. Orlando Pace, the perennial Pro Bowler at left tackle. Scott Tercero starting for the injured Chris Dishman. The great Marshall Faulk in the backfield. Torrey Holt led the NFL in receptions last year. Isaac Bruce leads the league this season. Rams start from the 19-yard line. Here's Faulk up the middle. Out to the 23-yard line, a gain of 4. Isaiah Kazavensky made the tackle for the Seahawks. Their defensive unit ranked first in the entire league. Grant Wistrom playing against his former team for the first time after 6 years in St. Louis. Kazavensky with Huff and Simmons. And a terrific young secondary. Vieira leading Seattle in tackles through 3 games.
This crowd here is yelling defense on the second play of the game. I mean, they're fired up out here.
2nd and 5. Bulger faked the toss, and his pass incomplete. It fell in between Torrey Holt and Cam Cleland. 3rd and 5 coming up as we check in for the first time with James Brown.
Kenny and Brian, Minnesota was on top of Houston 21-0, but the Texans have battled back. Take a look at David Carr hooking up with Andre Johnson. 12 catches, 170 yards, 2 touchdowns, all knotted at 28, and we are now in overtime. Houston is 4-0 against the NFC at home. Back to Kenny and Brian.
Maybe Houston trying to win 3 games in a row now. Wonder what happens to David Carr, the quarterback, if he wins 3 in a row.
Got a haircut last week after winning their 2nd straight for the first time. 4 wide receivers out, penalty marker, and the pass was behind the intended receiver, Isaac Bruce.
He had another penalty flag just came out.
Bulger was hit late. That was the 2nd flag.
Isaac Bruce dropped the pass there. I haven't seen Isaac Bruce drop a pass all year. Holding against St. Louis. Mike said that the question mark on his team right now is his offensive line. They've had to bring in 4 new offensive linemen since the start of the season.
Illegal formation, number 84. That penalty is declined. Holding, number 63 on the offense. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
Now Sean McDonald guilty of illegal procedure. Scott Cicero at left guard guilty of the hold. Mark Bulger has put up gaudy numbers, but the question mark, can you protect him well enough to get the ball down the field? And we haven't seen any balls hit Ike Bruce's hands this year. He leads the National Football League in receiving right now, coming into this week's action.
Bobby Ingram back deep for the Seahawks. Sean Landeta in his 20th NFL season. He has punted more than anybody in league history. Ingram backpedaling to the 26. 2 flags. 8-yard return out to the 34-yard line. 50-yard punt by Landeta.
Injury to Dwight Anderson, rookie. Illegal man down the field for the Rams. Tripped up at the end of that play.
During the return, illegal block in the back. 28, receiving team. 10-yard penalty. 1st down.
That's Michael Boulware called for the penalty, the rookie out of Florida State.
Yeah, here's the block right here. Boulware. These teams don't like each other. I mean, this has a rivalry feel to it. You know, both games last year were decided in the last minute of the game. In fact, the last 4 times these 2 teams have played, they split 2 wins, 2-2. Bad blood between these 2 teams, and that it exists in a good rivalry.
Grant Wistrom told us on Friday, as a Ram, I flat out dislike the Seahawks.
And now he's wearing that Seahawk jersey. You know, when Grant Wistrom was in St. Louis, their rivalry was New Orleans. You know, and then when Seattle got good and the realignment took place and they went to the NFC West, it was natural. Holmgren and March, 2 offensive-minded guys, 2 good offenses. That became the rivalry.
Mike March told us last night when we asked him about Grant Wistrom, he said, hey, I'm happy for him, just like when Ray Bly left for Detroit. I feel good that these guys were able to get the big contracts, but deep down, they're still Rams.
Yeah. Well, Mike March said he was going to go up to Grant Wistrom before the game and tell him to come on in the locker room and put a Ram uniform on. He's brought a great presence to the Seahawks team. You know, he just has a great work ethic. He's upbeat every day. You know, he does the right things. He's a good teammate. Guys like him.
Said hello to so many of his former teammates prior to the game today. Following the penalty, Seahawks start from their own 22-yard line. Seattle leading 7-0. Alexander on 1st down. Tries to turn the corner, gains just 1 out of Archuleta. In on the tackle, playing with the injured back and hamstring.
But they need him in there to stop the run right now. So that's what he was. On that last play, he cheated up into the box. You see Archuleta sitting right here. He's sitting up here. He's just waiting at the line of scrimmage to try to shut down the run. Now, when you play run defenses like that, that's the time to start passing. You only have 3 defensive backs in the game, and that's the time to attack.
2nd down and 9, 4 receivers set. Hasselbeck incomplete. Ingram usually sure-handed, unable to come down with it.
Well, you know, Bobby was in the slot that time. He was in the left slot. And whether he's the first read or not, that's Hasselbeck's favorite player to throw the ball to because he has been so dependable. And he said he studies the game the way a quarterback studies the game. He knows how to get open. He's very, very good working the middle of the field. For him to drop that pass, that's unusual.
Third down and 9. Seahawks have to get to the 32-yard line for a first down.
Here's a guy they got to block out here, Leonard Little.
Pass is short, intended for the fullback, back strong, so the Seahawks send out the punting unit.
Well, you know, there it is. The drop to Ingram, I thought, was the key play in that drive. That got him into a 3rd and 9, allowed St. Louis to come after him a little bit, got the hit on Hasselbeck. But that's what Seattle is going to have to overcome. If they want to be thought about with the Philadelphia Eagles right now, with the undefeated New England Patriots, I think their receivers have to prove that they can catch the football consistently.
Seahawks among the league leaders in dropped passes last season. Tom Ruin punting for the first time. Sean McDonald back deep. And it takes a Rams bounce into Seahawks territory. Only a 24-yard punt by Ruin. Terrific field position here for the Rams.
You know, we're talking to Mike Martz about Ray Rhodes and what it's like going against his defenses. And he said that in all 4 games that he's played against Ray Rhodes, he said he's had a different defense every time. He's not really sure what he's going to do. And so right now, there's a feeling out process. You know, in the early rounds of this game right now, he's trying to figure out what Ray Rhodes is doing. Is he playing zone? Is he playing man? Is he blitzing? And once he gets a feel for Ray, I think Mike Martz will adjust how he attacks him.
And Martz told us, I'm always nervous in the first quarter when I don't know what the game plan is of the opponent. From the 47 on first down, Marshall Faulk. Gain of just 1 down to the 46. Anthony Simmons, the first Seahawk, in on the tackle.
Well, here's what Ray Rhodes' defenses has done. Rhodes to success with the Packers, the 49ers. You see where they were before Rhodes and then later on. He's never had a #1 ranked defense like he has right now.
Seahawks last season in Ray's first year here in Seattle finished 19th defensively. Second down and 9 from the Seahawks 46. Second offensive possession for the Rams. Faulk. Brought down at the 42-yard line after a gain of 4 by Ken Hamlin and Marcus Trufant.
See, now Marshall Faulk shouldn't get into a scuffle on the Seahawks sideline. You know, not with some help. There's some big help, some linemen, some bodyguards over there with him. Marshall Faulk is running the ball as well as he has in the last 4 years. See the shift and the change of direction and the change of speeds right now? He's healthy right now. He's healthy, and he worked his butt off in the offseason. His running back coach, Wilbert Montgomery, the former Eagle, is responsible for working him out and keeping him shaped to be able to take on the scuffles on the sideline.
Not many friends on that side. Third down and 4. Bolger airing it out, looking for Holt, and it's intercepted in the end zone by Ken Lucas.
Well, the secondary has not been tested. They were anxious to play the Rams today because they knew the Rams were going to get the ball down the field. But Mark Bolger gets time because watch what Orlando Pace does on the outside to Grant Wistrell. The play is over, folks. He's wired. Bolger has all kinds of time to throw this ball. But watch Kenny Lucas play this ball in the air. Isaac Bruce does a double move on him. He never bites. Plays the ball up to the highest point in the air. Never allows Bruce to come back for the ball.
Second pick of the year for Lucas and for Bolger, who has not completed a pass to a teammate today. His first interception, his last 81 pass attempts. 2 flags as this pass is caught by Darrell Jackson, brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
One thing about Mark Bolger, you know, he went to see the presidential debates the other day in St. Louis at Washington University, watching Bush and Kerry going at it. He didn't get much of a rise out of that. It's hard to knock that guy off his perch.
Number defense, left hand, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
The debate took place Friday night in St. Louis at Washington University.
Leonard Little is the guy that the Seahawks have to pay attention to every single play. He's a dynamic player, and St. Louis right now is lining him up all over the field. They line him up at linebacker and defensive end. They're moving him around to try to free him up. He's their one big chess piece on defense right now. And he can create havoc if you don't have a good game plan for him.
Double digits in sacks each of the last 3 years. 1st and 5. Alexander bottled up by Damian Lewis. Gain of just 1, setting up 2nd down and 4. So the Seahawks, who marched 74 yards in 10 plays on their opening drive, coming into the game today, they have not trailed. They have not been behind all season. They have been in the lead for the most part in all 3 games, and they lead here today 7-0. Pass caught at the 29-yard line by the tight end Jeremy Stevens. Rich Cody to tackle as we say hello one more time to James Brown in Los Angeles.
Kenny, bottom of the 9th, 2-on. John Smoltz on the mound. Jeff Kidd grounds into the game-winning double play. Kenny, it sends this series to a decisive Game 5 tomorrow in Atlanta on Fox. Time to be determined based on the Cardinals-Dodgers outcome. Back to Kenny.
Well, the Astros have never won a playoff series. They had a chance to clinch today, but the Braves sent it to a Game 5. Hasselbeck escapes, throws, complete. Warren Robinson broke a tackle and takes it up to the 45-yard line. Picks up a Seattle 1st down.
Some really good individual playmaking right there by Hasselbeck, showing his elusiveness, being able to break the tackle out here of Tyoka Jackson. Nice job right there, getting away from that tackle, staying alive. Thinking about Matt Hasselbeck and his offense, you know, he's been in it for a long time. He knows where safety valves are. He knows where all the receivers are supposed to be. Very familiar with him.